It has begun. The date is August 25th, 2025. Only a single day has passed since the black moon rose, and already the air has shifted. Something rare, something ancient has awakened. If you are here right now, it is no accident. It means you were meant to hear this. To most people, the black moon was nothing more than a passing spectacle in the sky, but that is an illusion. What truly unfolded was far greater, far deeper, an opening that the eyes cannot see, yet the soul can feel. In the sky. It was an activation. A hidden lock inside you has been turned, a dormant power has been touched, and whether you feel it fully yet or not, the process has already begun. You may not notice it immediately. At first it can feel like restlessness in your body, vivid dreams, strange coincidences, or the sudden urge to step back from people and routines that no longer fit. You might question it. You might even ignore it. But the truth is, something inside you has awakened. This is why August 24th is not just another day. It is the first step after the door has been opened. The energy today demands awareness. Every choice, every word, every interaction carries more weight than usual. What you do now either strengthens the awakening or pushes it back into silence. That is why you cannot treat this day casually. Many people will. They will wake up and go through the same routines, repeat the same thoughts, carry on as if nothing has changed. But you are not one of them. You wouldn't be here if you were. You found this message because you can sense what others cannot. And whether you realize it or not, that is proof you were meant to hear this. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because the most important revelation comes at the close. And if these words already resonate with something deep inside you, type 777 in the comments right now, as a sign that you are aligned with this truth. The energy of August 24th is not light, and it is not meant to be. It is dense, charged, and purposeful. After the black moon, many people expected immediate relief, a sudden clarity, or even a sense of celebration. But transformation does not always feel like comfort. Real transformation begins by exposing what is weak, what is false, and what is no longer sustainable. That is exactly what this day brings to the surface. If you pay close attention, you will notice that the themes of this day revolve around truth, boundaries, and choice. The illusions that survived the black moon are now collapsing. Masks are falling off. Those around you may surprise you, some with their authenticity, others with their pretenses. This is not a punishment. It is the universe aligning you with the people, opportunities, and paths that belong to your next chapter. This day also tests attachment. The black moon already initiated a process of separation from what weighs you down, but August 24th forces you to decide. Will you continue to hold on to what drains you, or will you finally release it? This may not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is simply the quiet decision to stop investing your time, your energy, or your emotions into something that no longer grows with you. On a deeper level, this energy is about clarity in your inner dialogue. Notice what thoughts repeat today. Notice what fears return, what doubts whisper in your mind. These are not random, they are reflections of the inner barriers you are still being asked to overcome. Instead of fighting them, observe them. Because the test of today is not about whether these thoughts arise, but whether you allow them to control your choices. One of the strongest signals of August 25th is the way synchronicities appear. Numbers, symbols, conversations, even accidents or delays. These may all feel strangely aligned. The universe communicates through alignment, and this is one of those days where everything seems to hold meaning. If you are willing to pay attention, if you are pulled in a certain direction, if someone reappears from your past, if a sudden shift occurs in your schedule, do not dismiss it. These are clues guiding your steps. But the test is not only external, it is also internal. The black moon was about stripping away. Today is about showing whether you are ready to walk forward with what remains. Imagine your life as a table. Over the last weeks, so much has been removed from that table: ideas, people, attachments, habits. Now the question is, what will you choose to put back on it? What will you commit to, knowing that every choice from here will have amplified consequences? This amplification is crucial to understand. The energy of August 25th magnifies intention. If you choose growth, you will see opportunities quickly align. If you choose avoidance, you will feel the weight of stagnation almost immediately. This is why today feels like a checkpoint. It is not just symbolic. The vibration of this date makes decisions stick. What you decide now, consciously or unconsciously, begins shaping your path for months ahead. Many will feel restless under this energy. The body may carry unusual tension, sleep may be disrupted, and emotions may swing more intensely than usual. This is not a sign of weakness. It is simply your system adjusting to the heightened frequency of the day. When this happens, grounding practices are essential. Breathe deeply, stay hydrated, step outside, connect with something steady. These are not small acts. They are ways of helping your body integrate the changes your spirit is undergoing. It is also important to prepare for resistance. Whenever timelines shift, distractions and challenges increase, you may notice people around you trying to pull you back into old patterns, conversations, or cycles. They may not even realize they are doing it. But the real test is whether you allow yourself to be swayed by this, or whether you stay aligned with the inner truth you have been cultivating. Remember, transformation often creates discomfort in those who are not ready to change. Do not let their discomfort become your burden. This is also a day where patience is tested. Not everything will move instantly. Some truths revealed today may take weeks to fully make sense. Some choices may not show their results until later, but do not mistake delayed clarity for absence of progress. This is a day of planting seeds that will bear fruit over time. Your role is to align your intention, take your step, and trust the unfolding. At the heart of it, August 25th asks a simple but profound question. Are you ready to be honest with yourself? Honest about what you want, honest about what you need, honest about what you must let go of. Many people live years avoiding this honesty. That is why the energy of this day feels so intense, because it refuses to let you stay asleep to your own truth. It does not matter how well you have hidden it, how carefully you have distracted yourself, or how long you have ignored the signs. The truth comes forward now, demanding recognition, and in this recognition lies your freedom. Because when you see things clearly, when illusions break apart, you finally have the power to choose differently. You are no longer controlled by unconscious cycles. You are no longer trapped in someone else's story. You are awake, aware, and capable of stepping into the life that was meant for you. This is the essence of August 25th. Exposure, choice, alignment. Nothing more, nothing less. It is not about drama. It is not about fear. It is about clarity. And clarity, while sometimes uncomfortable, is the most powerful gift you can receive. As you move through this day, it is important to remember that energy does not simply happen to you. You interact with it, shape it, and direct it through your awareness. The aftermath of the black moon gave you a clean slate in many ways, even if it did not feel like one at the time. Some things were removed, some cycles ended, some relationships or habits became impossible to continue. This was not loss, it was alignment. It was life removing what could not go with you into your next chapter. Now on August 25th, the energy asks you, what will you do with this new space? Will you fill it again with the same old patterns, the same fears, the same distractions? Or will you allow something new to take root? Something that actually matches the person you are becoming. This is a chance to reset not only your outer circumstances but your inner programming. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself today. The words you use, the thoughts you repeat, the beliefs you hold. These are the seeds being planted into your field. Choose carefully. Instead of saying, I am stuck, you can say, I am learning. Instead of saying, nothing is working, you can say, things are rearranging in my favor. These small adjustments in language shift the vibration you carry, and that vibration determines what you attract moving forward. Another layer of this day's message is courage. August 24th will not reward hesitation. If there is something you have been delaying, an honest conversation, a step forward in your career, a decision about your relationships, this is the day when hesitation feels heavier than action. Fear may rise, yes, but you will notice that clarity is found only on the other side of action. The universe is pushing you to move, not because it wants to test your strength for no reason, but because movement is how your path becomes visible. You may also notice signs of confirmation appearing quickly today. A message you were waiting for might arrive. A stranger might say something that answers your private question. A number pattern may repeat in front of you. Do not dismiss these as coincidences. They are validations that you are aligned, that you are not walking alone in this. Every choice you make in integrity today is mirrored by signals that you are supported. This is not to say the day will be easy. Energy of this magnitude rarely is, but easy is not the goal here. Alignment is, and alignment is worth the discomfort, because alignment is what brings peace that lasts. Many of you have already been through months of preparation. You have been learning to set boundaries, to let go of what drains you, to listen to your inner voice instead of the noise of the world. Today is simply a continuation of that training, but at a much higher frequency. The greatest gift you can give yourself on August 25th is presence. Do not rush through it. Do not numb yourself. Do not avoid it. Be present. Notice your body. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice the emotions that rise and fall. Notice the small blessings, the unexpected help, the opportunities that quietly appear. This is how you align with the rhythm of the day, and when you align with the rhythm, you stop feeling like life is happening to you. You start realizing life is happening for you. There is also a deeper collective message on this day. It is not only about your individual growth, it is about the collective shift we are living through. The black moon stirred shadows, not only within us but also in the world around us. Now August 25th highlights the truth that is rising collectively. Systems, beliefs, and structures that are built on falsehood cannot stand much longer. You may see this in global events, in societal conversations, in the way people question what they once accepted without thought. This is part of the same energy. Do not fear it. Understand it as evidence that change is real, and you are living through it right now. The key, though, is not to become lost in fear or uncertainty about what others are doing. Your responsibility is your own energy, your own choices, your own alignment. If you take care of your field, your thoughts, your actions, your truth, you are contributing more to the collective shift than you realize. One aligned person can ripple out far more than 100 people who are disconnected from themselves. So what does this mean for you personally? It means that today is a call to step into authenticity, to stop pretending you are less than you are, to stop hiding your voice, your truth, your light, out of fear of rejection. The black moon burned away illusions. August 25th asks you to live in the truth that remains, and that truth is this: you are more powerful, more capable, and more supported than you have allowed yourself to believe. Yes, challenges may rise. Yes, some relationships may fall away. Yes, old habits may feel tempting, but you are stronger now than you were before. You have clarity, you have guidance, and you have the ability to choose differently. Every time you choose love over fear, courage over hesitation, truth over illusion, you align yourself with the path meant for you. This is why August 25th is a defining point. It is not just another day passing by. It is a day that asks you to declare with your actions, your energy, and your choices: I am ready for what comes next. August 25th is not only about release and truth, it is also about the deeper transformation happening within you. Many people believe transformation happens in a single dramatic moment, but in reality, transformation is a series of small, consistent choices that build a new reality. Today, the universe is highlighting those choices for you. Think of this day as a mirror. It reflects back to you what is happening inside. If you feel fear, it is not because life is attacking you, it is because your own doubts are rising to the surface so they can be seen and released. If you feel inspired, it is because your inner strength is finally breaking through the old walls that held you back. If you feel uncertain, it is because a deeper truth is asking for your attention. Every emotional wave today is part of this mirror, showing you exactly where you are in your own process of awakening. One of the most powerful messages of August 25th is the reminder that you are protected. Even when the world feels unstable, even when relationships shift, even when old patterns collapse, you are not abandoned. Life does not take away without preparing something new to arrive. This protection is not always obvious, but it is there. Think back to moments in your life when you thought something was ending unfairly, only to realize later that it opened the way to something better. That same principle is at work today. Trust it. Patience is another lesson of this day. After the black moon, many people feel restless, eager for results, desperate for clear answers, but growth requires integration. You cannot rush it. Seeds planted today may not sprout tomorrow, but they are still growing in the unseen. Impatience blocks the process. Patience allows it to unfold in perfect timing. August 25th teaches you to hold your vision with faith, even when immediate evidence is not visible. This is where the art of listening becomes essential. The universe speaks softly, and it speaks through signs. On this day, signs are everywhere. If you are willing to notice repeated numbers, a sudden memory resurfacing, overheard words, animals crossing your path, unexpected conversations, all of these can carry meaning, but the meaning is not generic, it is personal. What matters is how it resonates with you. If something stirs your spirit, pay attention, that is your guidance. Inner transformation also requires courage to sit with discomfort. The truth is that growth is rarely comfortable. It often requires letting go of familiar roles, familiar habits, familiar identities. But the discomfort is not punishment. It is the stretching of your soul into something greater. On August 25th, when you feel that stretch, remind yourself, this is what expansion feels like. It may not always feel gentle, but it is always purposeful. Another layer of this day's energy is boundaries. Protecting your energy is not about building walls, it is about being intentional with where you place your focus. Some people around you may not understand your choices, some may resist your growth because it triggers their own fears, but you do not need to explain or justify yourself. Boundaries are acts of self-respect. They are declarations that you will no longer give your energy to what does not honor your path. Today the universe will test your boundaries, not to weaken them, but to strengthen them. Notice also how patience and protection work together. When you trust that you are protected, it becomes easier to be patient. When you are patient, you create space for divine timing to work in your favor. And when you create that space, you stop reacting to every distraction, and instead, you begin responding with clarity. This is one of the deepest lessons of August 25th, learning the power of stillness. Stillness does not mean inactivity, it means clarity in motion. It means moving only when guided, speaking only when aligned, choosing only when it resonates. Many people exhaust themselves with constant reaction, constantly trying to control, fix or predict. But today's energy shows that the most powerful action often comes after stillness. When you pause, you hear. When you hear, you align. And when you align, even a small step creates enormous impact. This is also a day to reflect on your relationship with trust. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your inner voice? Do you trust that life is leading you where you need to go? Or do you constantly look outside yourself for validation? The black moon already revealed how fragile external sources of stability can be. August 25th challenges you to rebuild stability within, because when you trust yourself, you cannot be shaken by the shifting of the external world. And this brings us to the deeper transformation, identity. Who are you when old cycles fall away? Who are you without the roles, the labels, the patterns that defined your past? This is the question August 24th places before you. The answer is not found in what others say. It is found in the quiet recognition of your own spirit. This is why you may feel a sense of both loss and freedom today. Loss, because old identities are dissolving. Freedom, because your authentic self finally has space to emerge. Do not underestimate the power of this emergence. When you allow your true self to come forward, even in small ways, the world around you responds. Relationships shift to meet your authenticity. Opportunities appear that match your alignment. Energy flows more smoothly. This is not a coincidence. It is resonance. The more authentic you are, the more life mirrors that authenticity back to you. August 25th is not asking you to have all the answers. It is asking you to listen, to trust, and to allow yourself to grow. You do not need to know the entire future. You only need to take the next aligned step. That step may be setting a boundary, speaking your truth, forgiving yourself, or choosing rest. Whatever it is, trust that it matters. Every aligned step on this day carries amplified energy. Remember patience, protection, signs, stillness, and trust. These are the pillars of today's energy. If you hold to these, you will navigate this turning point, not with fear, but with confidence. You will move through uncertainty not with doubt, but with faith. And you will come out of this day more grounded, more authentic, and more connected to your path than ever before. Most people woke up this morning, August 24th, and slipped straight into yesterday's rhythm. They turned off the alarm, scrolled their notifications, checked emails, made coffee, and went through the same motions they have repeated for months or even years. They moved quickly, but without awareness. They carried yesterday into today, as if nothing had shifted. But you are different, because you are here, pausing for a moment, letting these words enter. That alone sets you apart from the countless people who will move through this day, blind to the opportunity it carries. While they remain on autopilot, you are being asked to wake up fully, to notice, and to act differently. And here is why that matters. The decisions made on August 25th are not ordinary. This day carries amplified energy. Small actions, even subtle choices, echo louder than usual. Choosing truth, choosing growth, choosing rest, choosing courage. These decisions will ripple forward in ways you cannot yet see. That is why this day cannot be wasted. Think about how easy it is to stay stuck, to tell yourself you'll change someday, to keep waiting for the perfect moment, the right mood, the external sign that tells you it's safe to step forward, but you already know. Waiting only repeats what you've already lived. If you keep waiting for permission, you'll wake up weeks from now, months from now, even years from now in the same cycle. That is what separates you today, because deep down you don't want to repeat. You don't want to live in autopilot anymore. And if you listen closely, you can feel the difference between staying in routine and stepping into alignment. Routine feels heavy, numb, draining. Alignment feels alive, even if it's scary, even if it's uncertain. So this is the invitation of August 25th. Step off autopilot. Decide consciously. Look at your day and ask yourself, what is one thing I will no longer carry forward? What is one truth I will no longer ignore? What is one step I will take today to prove that I am listening to my own spirit? For some of you, that step may be setting a boundary you've avoided. For others, it may be releasing a habit that keeps you small. For someone else, it might simply be resting, because honoring your body is just as powerful as chasing a goal. The step itself is less important than the energy behind it. The act of choosing differently, that is what matters. And yes, people around you may not understand. They might keep pulling you into the same conversations, the same distractions. They might question why you are changing, or why you suddenly need more space, or why you no longer engage in what once felt normal. But remember this, their comfort is not your responsibility. Their approval is not your purpose. Your responsibility is to honor your path, and your purpose is to live authentically. It is easy to forget that authenticity is rare. Most people live behind masks. They say yes when they mean no. They pretend to be fine when they are exhausted. They smile while hiding their truth. But you are here because you are done pretending. You have already felt the cost of self-betrayal, and you know that repeating it is no longer an option. That honesty, that courage, is what separates today from yesterday. It is what allows this moment to become a turning point instead of just another date. Because August 25th is not asking for perfection, it is asking for willingness. The willingness to choose differently, even in one small way. The willingness to say, I refuse to keep living in cycles that drain me. The willingness to trust that even if the path is unclear, your next step will always be revealed when you move in alignment. Think about it. How many times in your life have you been afraid to let go, only to realize later that it was the best thing you could have done? How many times have you resisted change, only to look back and thank yourself for having the courage to take it? This is another one of those moments. The fear you feel now will fade, but the freedom you create will last. And this is the deeper message of today. You are not here by accident. This video, these words, this exact moment, it is not coincidence. Out of all the places your attention could have gone today, it came here. That is proof enough that you are aligned with something greater, that you are being guided, and the guidance is clear. Do not waste this day. Do not walk through it half asleep. Choose, act, align. When you do, you will notice the signs almost immediately. Conversations that confirm your decision, numbers that repeat, a sense of lightness in your body, an inner calm that whispers, yes, this is the way. These are not small, they are validations, proof that you are moving with the current of life instead of against it. And here is the truth. Most people will never notice these signs. They will dismiss them, ignore them, explain them away. But you already know better. You know the difference between coincidence and guidance. You know the difference between noise and intuition. That awareness is your gift. Use it. So as you finish this day, ask yourself, how do I want to remember August 25th? As just another day I repeated old patterns, or as the day I finally broke free? The choice is yours, and while the majority of people will choose routine, you have the rare chance to choose alignment. That is what makes you different. That is what makes this moment powerful. And let this be the reminder, you do not need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step. That step is the doorway, and once you walk through it, the rest will unfold. This is not theory, this is lived truth. Today is the day you stop waiting. Today is the day you begin. And when you begin, you'll notice something powerful. The world responds. Suddenly, the right people appear, the right opportunities cross your path, and even small coincidences seem to line up in your favor. That is not magic in the sense of fantasy. It is alignment. Life mirrors back the energy you carry, and when you carry truth, truth finds you. Most people never experience this fully because they never take that first step. They wait until they feel ready, until they have everything figured out, until the fear goes away. But readiness does not come before the step. It comes because of the step. Fear does not vanish before action. It fades as you walk forward. Clarity does not arrive in the waiting. It is born in the moving. So when you choose differently today, even in one small way, you send a signal to life itself, I am ready, and life in turn answers you. This is why August 25th matters so much. This is why you cannot let it slip by, like just another date. The energy of today magnifies your choices. Even the smallest shift, a new boundary, a change in routine, a single honest conversation, has the power to set you on a completely new trajectory. And yes, you may feel resistance. Old habits will try to pull you back. People around you may question or misunderstand. Your mind may whisper doubts, reminding you of every time you tried before. But here is the truth. You are not the same as you were before. You are stronger now. You are clearer now. You are more awake than you have ever been. That is why this time is different. That is why this time will last. Think of it like this. The majority of people today will repeat. They will follow yesterday's script word for word. They will wake up, run through the same routines, entertain the same thoughts, and convince themselves that someday is when life will finally change. But someday never comes for those who refuse to act. That is the cycle they are trapped in, comfortable, predictable, but lifeless. You, however, have been given the chance to rewrite it, to step off the conveyor belt of routine and say, no more, I choose differently. You get to decide how today feels, how today unfolds, how today sets the stage for tomorrow. That is not a small thing. That is a sacred privilege. That is power. So let today be the line you draw. Let today be the day you no longer negotiate with your own excuses. Let today be the moment you look back on and say, that's when I stopped running in circles. That's when I stopped betraying myself. That's when I finally chose to live fully. Because the truth is undeniable. Nobody can make this choice for you. Not your friends, not your family, not your community, not even the world itself. They can inspire you, yes. They can support you, yes. But they cannot step forward in your place. Only you can. Only you can declare, enough. Only you can declare, now. And when you do, everything begins to shift. At first it may feel subtle, almost invisible, but then you'll notice the weight you've been carrying begins to lift. The fog in your mind begins to clear. The heaviness in your body begins to release. You will feel lighter, freer, more awake. The things that used to drain you will lose their grip. The patterns that once trapped you will feel breakable. And most importantly, you will start to feel like yourself again. Not the version the world told you to be, but the version you always were beneath the noise. Others will notice too. They will see it in your eyes, in your voice, in the way you carry yourself. They may not be able to name it, but they will feel the shift. And those who are meant to walk with you on this next chapter will be drawn closer, while those who cannot match your frequency will naturally fall away. That is not loss, it is alignment. This is how transformation works, quietly, steadily, but undeniably, not in one dramatic leap, but in small consistent steps that build a new life. One choice at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. And August 25th is not just any day. It is the day that sets this rhythm in motion. So as you finish hearing these words, I want you to pause and sit with one simple question. What will I choose today that proves I am awake? Not tomorrow, not someday, not when everything feels easy. Today, write it down, speak it aloud. Take even the smallest action before the day ends, because that choice is not small, it is the doorway, and once you walk through it, the rest of the path will begin to reveal itself piece by piece in perfect timing. You don't need to know the whole journey yet. You only need to take the step that is right in front of you, and here's the truth. The majority will ignore this. They will keep repeating yesterday, but you are not the majority. You are here. You are listening, you are ready, and today, this very moment, can be the start of everything you've been waiting for. Chosen one, we have spoken of many things about the black moon, about the activation it carried, about the routines that keep people asleep, and about the choices that can set you free. We've spoken about patience, protection, trust, and the importance of listening to your own spirit. All of this has been building to one simple truth. You are standing at a threshold, and only you can decide whether you cross it. So let me leave you with this final reminder. Most people will hear words like these and nod in agreement, only to go back to the same patterns the next day. But not you. You are here because you are ready to do more than just listen. You are here because you are ready to act. And that action, no matter how small it may seem, matters. August 25th is not just another day, and you know it. It is the day that confirms what you've already felt. The lock inside you has been opened. The path is calling, and the universe is waiting for your response. You do not need to see every step ahead. You only need to take the one that is right in front of you. That one choice is the doorway, and once you walk through it, everything else will begin to align. So ask yourself now, what is the one thing I can do today that proves I am awake? It could be setting a boundary. It could be letting go of what you've been clinging to. It could be resting when your body begs you to. Whatever it is, let it be your declaration that you are not repeating yesterday. You are stepping into tomorrow. And remember, you are not alone. Everyone who chooses authenticity today adds to a collective awakening. Your courage creates ripples. Your truth gives others permission to live theirs. That is why this moment matters so deeply. We've spoken of all these things, but here is the final word. Today is yours. This is your line in the sand. This is your turning point. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't waste what you've been given. Begin now, and let the rest unfold.